Good evening, sir.
So, how is everything?
Yeah, fine, sir. How are you, sir?
Yeah, all fine.
Yeah. Sir, shall we start, sir?
Yeah, I am ready. Depends
Okay.
on your
Madam.
team.
Madam, Shruti, madam.
Now, altogether, we have 37.
Yes, sir. Students will join, sir, later.
How
Some
many are
minutes.
expected?
Around 40 plus we are expecting, sir.
Uh-huh.
We will start the thing, sir. If you give the permission, then we'll start.
Yeah. If you want another 2 minutes, you can wait and then
Yes, sir.
at
We will
your
wait.
pace.
Yes, sir. Yes. Another 2 minutes we will wait, sir. We'll start. 5 o'clock we'll start.
Yes. These are which year students?
Final year students are there from MBA, sir. From engineering, they will be 357. Third, fifth, seventh semester students, and in MBA final students. Third semester
Okay.
students.
Right.
Shruti madam. Hello.
Yes, sir.
Okay. ಇನ್ನೊಂದು 2 ನಿಮಿಷ ವೇಟ್ ಮಾಡುವಂತಂದ್ರೆ ನಮ್ಮ ಸರ್ ಸ್ಟಾರ್ಟ್ ಮಾಡೋಣ.
Sure, sir. So, shall we start the session? It's 5 o'clock.
Yeah, I am ready. You can get started.
Yes, sir. Good evening to everybody. It gives me an immense pleasure to introduce today's resource person, Dr. Nandi Shirimet, sir. Sir has completed his MSc in the Agri and MBA specialization with HRM and marketing, and sir has completed his PhD in the year 1998. Sir has also completed his PGD HRM, PGD RD. Sir has also having attended many programs. In that, to mention some academic leadership program from the Harvard University, USA, in the year 2020. He has attended a faculty development program from IIM Bangalore in the year 2019. He holds a certificate in HR Analytics from the University of Penn and Wharton, USA. Certificate in Design Thinking for Innovation from the University of Virginia, USA. When I like to look into the sir's experience, sir is having vast experience, 30 plus years in teaching, corporate training, research and consultancy. So sir is a trainer at National Institute for Rural Banking, that is NIRB, from the year 2002 to 2009, and he has trained around 12,500 bank executives. Sir has 24 plus years in management education as a professor, dean, director for business schools till date. 22 plus years in the techno management consultancy with international NGO agencies. Sir has visited abroad on professional assignments, total 8 visits, UK, USA, Singapore, Malaysia, Sri Lanka and Tanzania. Sir has contributed many things with respect to the social contributions also. He is a founder trustee, Rotary Cosmopolitan Trust 2015, Human Charities in the year 2019, founder trustee, International Veerashaiva Foundation 2008, founder president, Prakriti Foundation Bangalore, founder secretary, Lok Seva Foundation Bangalore 2004. So there are many things to be discussed or to be share about the sir, but with this brief I present here Dr. Nandish V. Hiramat to all the audience. Sir, I request you to start the session, sir.
Okay. You can just stop sharing. I'll take the slide deck.
Yes, sir.
Are you able to see the slides?
No, sir.
Your screen is visible, sir.
The screen is visible.
Now slide I had taken. 1 second. I think I better take window, right, or entire screen?
Entire screen is better.
Window, sir.
Window also you can take, sir. No problem.
The issue or challenges to be addressed, that will be more appropriate because you are going to shift yourself into the positive mindset. See, for example, there is an issue, I need to resolve it and figure out a solution for it. And still the better option would be, there is a challenge, I'm accepting it and I'm trying to figure out a solution for it. So then it becomes much more positive framework of our mind. So in general, just to set the tone for our discussion, don't look at it as a problem, as a hurdle. You look at it more from a positive angle. Yes, there is a challenge which I need to address it. Having said this, let me bring into why problem solving. We need to have basically a direction for the business, whatever we are managing. Because unless and until you have a direction which is right, you will not be in a position to find a solution in the form of a business enterprise. Just take a simple example. I'll take one simple example just to illustrate the point. You take a wire rooms as an enterprise, right? What was the problem which was there? The problem was the medium budget travelers or the family people were not able to find a decent accommodation at a good price or a competitive price. And Ritesh Agarwal started his journey and he was very clear, I'll give the platform wherein which everybody can come and choose whatever the kind of the hotels which they want. So if we just look into the simplistic summary over there, the direction in which we was trying to address the problem, that is providing a affordable accommodation to the budget travelers, was very much right. When the direction is right, building up the business enterprise is much easier. See, if you look today, Ritesh Agarwal is just 26 years and his total business turnover of wire rooms is about $1 billion, which is the fastest growth which one can see. He started his journey when he was just about 19 years. In about 7 years, he is able to build. So when your direction is right, you can definitely earn a good wealth. That's the first point. Now coming to the second, you need to have a focus on the success of the enterprise. Anybody would like to fail in our life or in our career or in our business? Definitely the answer is no. We want to become successful. So when you want to become successful, then the point is you need to become more focused. That is the second point. And most importantly, we need to manage the resources effectively. See, why we are thinking about this ideation or problem solving approach as a technique in the entrepreneurship journey, because you need to manage the resources effectively. Now, let me just bring in the concept of efficiency and effectiveness. Especially MBA students, I think you can tell me the difference between efficiency and effectiveness. Because effectiveness in solving the problems is very important. That's why I'm just quickly taking about 2-3 minutes on highlighting this. Anybody? Quickly go ahead.
Excuse me, sir, your slides are, we are still seeing the first slide.
Still seeing the first slide. Oh my God. One second. I'm taking a window and the slide. Now it is being shared. You just check. I am projecting efficiency and effectiveness.
Yes, sir.
Yes.
Now it's visible.
Okay, fine. Okay, anybody would like to quickly tell the difference between efficiency and effectiveness? Any one of you students, go ahead. No need of hesitation. Feel free and comfortable. Because this effectiveness orientation is very important when we talk about finding a solution to a particular problem. Anybody? Okay, with a second chance, let me give it to you. And when I move further, I would like you to come forward with the answers. Actively participate, okay? So basically, efficiency, if you look into it, we are trying to optimize the resources or reduce the wastage, okay? You can see here very clearly. So resource usage, we are trying to reduce the wastage. But when it comes to effectiveness, please understand, we are trying to achieve the goal and with the highest possible results that we want. So when we think of a problem solving approach, we should focus more on the effectiveness, that is achieving the goals rather than operating at the level of the efficiency. Now moving further, anybody is familiar with this project management approach? I think some of the engineering students who are especially in the advanced trimesters, either 5th or 7th, you should be familiar on this. Am I right? Quickly, just tell yes or no, my dear friends.
So your slides are not changing.
What happened? I am able to change it here.
Changing, sir. Now changing.
Okay, now you see. Okay, otherwise I'll move like this. Are you able to see the ideation now?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Yes.
Okay, then I will use this layout and I'll continue. Not worry about it. See, basically, if you look into the entire essence of a project management approach, we have one system called PDCA principle. Okay, plan, do, check, and act. It simply means when you are trying to do something, say for example, you are trying to find a solution to your problem, first you need to make a plan, then go ahead and do it. That means take action to get it done. After that, you are going to verify the progress. In the sense, when the result is positive, feel happy about it and go for the next stage. Otherwise, if it is not positive enough, take a lesson how to improve it. You come to the stage of act. That means you are going to review and again change your plan and modify. So this is a cyclical and a continuous process of a PDCA. Now, with this simple base, let us come to the very important aspect of the ideation, because that is what is there. How we are going to find out basically the opportunities in solving the problems of a real life as an enterprise. There are 3 stages. One is BOI, business opportunity identification, and second one is business opportunity evaluation, and third one is the detailed project report. See, especially your problem solving skills and ideation will come in the first stage. Please understand this. So you need to identify the problems. Just to drive the point, I think you must be familiar with the inverted funnel model, which is there in the enterprise creation. So what exactly we do here is, just to illustrate it more clearly, so there are 3 stages. One is BOI, means business opportunity identification. Second one is business opportunity evaluation, and third one is the DPR, that is detailed project report. What exactly it means is, the inverted funnel model, say for example, in business opportunity identification, we'll come out with a lot of ideas. Say for example, for the sake of easy understanding, 100 ideas we have come out with. Now we will try to evaluate these things and we'll come down to 10 ideas. So we are trying to filter it down from 100 to 10. From this 10, we'll again filter it down to 3, a process that is called 10% of the selection. So 100 minus 90 is nothing but 10. And this 10 ideas, we will bring it down to 3 final ideas. Again, we'll shortlist 1 and we'll go for the stage of the DPR. See, this is the typical journey which we'll adopt when it comes to this inverted funnel model. And another thing which you need to understand here, we will be following the 3 criteria which you can see here in the bottom of the slide. That means any business idea which we are going to work as a problem to be solved, we need to have a technical feasibility being adopted, financial viability, and profitability. All these three things have to be kept as a criteria for us to do. But most importantly, please understand, when you really talk about any enterprise, it can be a micro enterprise, small enterprise, medium enterprise, or big enterprise. Now you just try to understand the definition. I think some of you should be aware, but still let me help you to understand. Just give me a moment. Hello. ನಾನು ಆಮೇಲೆ ಮಾತಾಡ್ತೀನಿ ಆರ್ಗೆಟಿಗೆ. So basically, this is what is the classification by Ministry of MSME. Okay. So in fact, in 1956, this ministry used to be called as Ministry of Small Scale Industries. And this is what is the classification that has been made by the Ministry of MSME when it came into 2006 with the MSME Act. So if any product enterprise or the manufacturing enterprise is having an investment, one-time investment of 25 lakhs, it is called micro enterprise. And a small enterprise means 25 lakhs to 5 crore, and medium enterprise 5 to 10 crores. The same thing will come down when it comes to service enterprise. It will be approximately about 40%. So 25 lakhs of small micro enterprise will become 10 lakh here. 25 to 5 crore will become 10 lakh to 2 crore. And medium enterprise, anything above this will become basically the large enterprise. And another thing which I want you to notice here is, currently we are having the ministry as Ministry of Skill Development and Entrepreneurship. So the name of Ministry of MSME has undergone a change in 2015. I'll give you one simple illustration which I think you will be in a position to relate it better. Anybody is aware about this self-help, self-employment training institute model, Root City model it is being called. Anybody is aware? Quickly tell me yes or no answer. I'm fine with either of it.
No, sir.
Okay, that's fine. See, basically, you know Dharmasthala Manjunatheshwara temple, right? They have one trust called Sri Dharmasthala Manjunatha Rural Development Trust. They have come out with this model in mid-80s itself. How it works is like this. Say, for example, a trainee will come in and undergo either a 15 days or maybe a 1 month training program. That is normally an entrepreneurship development program in an institution, and they will be helped to undergo this training and completely get ready with a problem which is being stated, and a detailed project is reported, and they will go to the bank, they will get the loan. And please understand, there is a settlement rate of the employees to the extent of almost 65% at that point of time. Now it is around 85%. So that means there is a partnership between the trainee, that is the answers quickly, so that in next portion of it. Okay, good. Now we are very much there. Okay, I'll take the next set of slide deck and we'll go further. Just give me a moment. First, I'll open the slides, because this is more like a puzzle kind of a system I am taking, so that you will be in a position to appreciate the whole concept. Theory everyone knows, but we'll talk more about basically. Are you able to see the slide? Just confirm me.
Yes, sir. Yes.
Okay, fine. Now, can anyone read on this and tell me what it is? You know, there are some letters with black and some letters with orange. Can anyone tell what exactly it is? You know, this is a simple problem.
It is lateral thinking.
Okay, now I'll make the task a little more easy. I have taken out all that black context and if you keep it correct. See, if we look, the way in which we were looking probably was a little complex. We came to a little more simplistic version of it, right? And here you have the answer. What does it mean?
Lateral thinking.
Yes. See, this is a lateral thinking approach you people have to develop when it comes to solving the problems. Now I'll take you through some exercise like what you have started participating, continue the same. Okay. Now, basically, this is one of the approach for solving the problems. So that means we need to look at it from a very different perspective so that we are able to find a solution. In fact, there is one person called Edward De Bono. He is the proponent of this. And in fact, even he has written a book on lateral thinking. So the people who would like to have more kind of a deeper insights, please do lay your hands on this book called Lateral Thinking by Edward de Bono. Okay. With that, now let me take you to the first instance. Okay, two mathematicians are sitting opposite to each other for a cup of tea. You can see here in the picture, right? There is a tea. They looked at the matter written on the paper, which is kept on the table. On one side it is wrong, and the another person says it is right. Both are correct. How it is possible? And what could have been written on the paper? Please go ahead. I want you to think a little and give me the answer. Let us go more on the practice mode rather than understanding a theory.
So 6.
Okay. Yeah. It can be looked at from 6, both the side, or you can also look at it from this angle, right? So when we really make it from one angle to another angle, 6 can also be an example. Definitely your attempt is correct. Or it can be like this. So you are trying to make a summation, but when we try to look from one angle, it looks very much correct. But when it is really from the other side, from this perspective where it is written as wrong, it may not be correct. What is the problem here? Come back to the definition here. What is the whole issue here? Whole aspect which we are talking about? We'll have to look at it from a different perspective, right? See, when we want a better solution, we should be in a position to look at it from a different perspective than what it is, looks like or appears like. Are you clear with the fundamental aspect of the lateral thinking? How to solve the problem? Yes?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Now, let me take you to the simplest. This is what is the more clear approach which you can see. See, if it is 1 plus 9, 10, which is correct. But if it is 10 is equal to 11 plus 1, when I see from the other side of it, it becomes, and which will not really equate. I will say that it is wrong. So we need to really look at it. Now we'll go to the second kind of a problem. Okay. There are 6 eggs in a basket. 6 people each take 1 egg. How can be that 1 egg is left in the basket? Anybody? Go ahead. Make an attempt. Are you clear with the problem? Just need to be thinking a little differently than normally what we think.
This person might be the 6th person.
Pardon?
This person might be the person holding the basket, might be included in the 6 people.
Okay. Anybody else? Any other answer before I come to the correct answer? Your good name, please.
Amrut, sir.
Amrut. Okay. Thank you, Amrut, for participation. Okay. Anybody else? One more attempt from someone else.
One person will get the egg along with the baskets.
Okay. See, now what happens is 5 people have taken the eggs. What Amrut was telling is very much right. See, 5 people have taken 1 egg each. You look into the scenario or the situation. What it is, there are 6 eggs in the basket. How can be that 1 egg is left in the basket? It's very simple. 5 people will take, so the first person will take 1 egg, second will take another, like that all the 5 people will take. And ultimately, the 6th one is left in the basket itself. See, you need to become a little more closely observative when you really look into a situation like this, right? Yes, now you are almost, now my question is very simple. Do you think you have a lateral thinking abilities? My question is very simple now. Keeping this as a perspective, do you think you and I or everyone possesses a lateral thinking? Yes?
Yes.
See, please understand, all of us are endowed and gifted with this lateral thinking. Most of the times, we don't use it. See, what I want you to think about a particular problem when you are looking at a solution is you need to think a little more differently, and the way in which you look at it has to be different. Then you will be able to find out a solution. So now let me take a little more different kind of a problem or the situation. So I think you will be in a position to find the answer. Coming to the third scenario. Truck height is 1 inch taller than the tunnel height. Then how the truck should pass through the tunnel? Quickly. Say for example, this tunnel height is about 92 inches, right? but the truck height is 93 inch, 1 inch taller than the tunnel. How will you allow the truck to pass through this tunnel? Simple
By
scenario.
removing air, sir, in truck tires.
Okay. So basically what we are doing is, when we are deflating the tire 1 inch or about 1.5 inch lesser, what will happen? It will be in a position to move very easily and goes to the other end of the tunnel. Then you put the air and see that it moves. Correct? Now, are you convinced that you are having all these lateral thinking capabilities among yourselves? Or am I teaching something entirely new? Are you getting convinced you have a lateral thinking abilities? Yes?
Yes.
Okay. Now let me take you to the fourth issue. So the fourth challenge is, a police officer saw a truck driver. This is, you will require a shorter time or you require a little more time to calculate this. Question is very, very simple.
So when
Sir,
they
train
when they
is
meet, both of them
closer,
will be same from the west coast.
See, train A is starting from here, train B is starting from here, and this is 80 miles per hour and this is 70 miles per hour. What is
Both of
happening
them will be
here?
same.
What is the point which we are talking about? Crossing the country from coast to coast is going from west to east and east to west. Which train will be closer to the west coast when they meet? That is this point we are talking about. What is the correct answer?
train A, sir.
Which train will be closer to the west coast when they meet? Now you know the answer. Both trains are at the same distance from the west coast when they meet. Because, tell me.
They're at the same position when they meet.
Correct? See, we are covering the distance. Many a times we complicate the things unnecessarily. Are you getting the point? See, you don't need to complicate when you think of a solution. All right? Let me take to the next point. A man called a waiter in a restaurant, "There is a fly in my tea." The waiter replied, "I'll bring you a fresh cup." After a few moments, the man called out, "This is the same cup of the tea." How did he know that it is the same cup of the tea? This happens in our life on a routine basis. Quickly, simple common sense. It is nothing but a sheer common sense to address a problem here. Anyone? Any wild guess? See, hint is only this. Fly is being removed. This fellow had already put the sugar into the tea. And when the sugar comes in, normally you know the tea is applied without a sugar. When the tea comes back, if it had a sugar, what is the meaning of it? Only fly is removed, the sugar and tea is very much there. Correct? Is it so complex, the answer part of it? Yes or no? It's easy or complex?
Easy, sir.
But many a time, see, why I'm trying to kind of interchange the problems here, just to make a point very clear, that you need to really look into the situation from a very, very different perspective each time you are looking into a problem. A black man dressed all in black, wearing a black mask, stands at a crossroads in a totally blank painted town. You read this sentence very clearly, okay? A black man, say an African, all in black, means his trousers, shirt, everything, wearing a black mask, stands at the crossroads in a totally black painted town. All of the street lights are broken. There is no moon. A black painted car without headlights drives straight towards him, turns in time and does not hit him. How is it possible? Is it possible?
It's a day.
See, many a times when we say dark, 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 what you think is, it's basically the night. But please understand, the situation is very simple. It is a broad daylight. Person can be in anything, but any mention of this daylight is being mentioned or the night is being mentioned here in this statement? Anything is mentioned?
No, sir.
No. But the actual scenario is this. See, please understand. Don't go by the wrong assumptions and perceptions which human mind is having a tendency to when you are looking at a solution for a particular problem. Now let us look into the next issue. The manhole covers. Why it is better to have a round manhole covers than the square ones? Simplistic answer. All of us know about it. I know many of the engineering students are there. Apply your engineering or common sense logic to engineering and tell me the answers. Why they are not square? Why they are round? Simplest answer.
It's easy to enter.
Pardon?
It's easy to enter, sir.
What will happen with this round? What will happen with this square?
It is easy to remove the lid, sir.
No, everything
Sir, it
can
is
be
easy
removed
to
with the
carry,
same
sir.
ease. Okay.
To move from one place to another place, it is easy, sir.
No, that is one. But you remember, see, for example, if this feet is one, and do you think this, whatever you take it from diagonal, will it be one or more than one or less than one? You see here in the right side of the picture. See, assume that this height is, this length is 1 feet or 2 feet, whatever it is. You take a specific feet. When I take along the diagonal, it will be 1 feet or less than 1 feet or more than 1 feet on the diagonal.
It is less than 1 feet.
See, this particular, if we take it as a 1 feet, when you go on the diagonal, it will be more than 1 feet. So now, for example, if I am removing it, if I am not careful in handling it when I am trying to cover it, what is the probability or the chances that can happen? The cover may fall inside that particular manhole, right? Yes or no? Are you able to understand?
Yes, sir.
Now, do you think that happens when it comes to a round manhole? Is there any chance this cover can fall inside? Whether it can fall inside?
No, sir.
What is the message here? See, you just need to become little more careful and extremely observative when you look at a particular thing. The point is very simple. See, when you have a square manhole, this cover can fall inside, and if it is, say, for example, a more longer manhole, then this cover is gone and the risk is much more. But which does not happen when it is a round manhole, because you will not be in a position to put the cover inside at all, because it cannot really go inside, because you see here the diagonal. When you look, whatever be the size, 1 feet, 2 feet, 5 feet, whatever it is, when you go along the diagonal, the length will always be smaller. That is, of this cover or the lid will be smaller than the diagonal, so it can fall in very easily. So the risk element is higher. The safety is not there. Are you clear? Now let us move on to the next issue. Make a line smaller by erasing it. How will you do that? You cannot
draw
erase.
another line beside that.
How will you do that? Very simple. You draw a line which is smaller than that, so that this will become smaller. Okay. Now let us take another situation. He ordered a cup of tea for the candidate. Coffee arrived, but before the candidate, then he asked, "What is before you?" Then instantly he replied, "Tea." Why? This is more like an intro situation in any recruitment process. The candidate replies instantly, "It is tea." How is it possible?
So he asked what is before the letter U, and letter T is before U.
Yeah, exactly. See, basically that is what we are talking about. See, many a times we try to make it so complex. It is actually not. See, they were not talking about this, and they were talking on this. what you are able to exactly get it right. So now that the distance between each ball is the same. How will you do that? Is it possible? First question, basic question. Yes? See,
So it touches the 4 balls.
you put it in a trapezium shape because the distance is the same, pyramid kind of a shape, right? Equilateral triangle, where the distance. Have we not all studied equilateral triangle in our 5th standard to about till 10th standard? Yes or no?
Yes.
Yes or no? Simple. Moment we start studying maths, we study this. But do we apply that when we look into solving the problems? Question is very simple. Do we apply whatever we have learned? Okay, moving on to next. 2 persons are sitting with a table in between them, but they cannot see each other. Why?
They could be blind.
Okay, one more option. Thinking hands, multiple different techniques are there. Please do use it. Okay, one more quick input, quick feedback from anyone else.
Yes, sir. Especially the fact on how you spoke about ideas and how you should not filter out the ideas initially. That was very helpful.
Yeah, fine. Thank you. Thank you, Sudeep and Amrut, for sharing the feedback. Madam, over to you. We can just conclude if they don't have any questions. In case if they have any questions, maybe you can collect and I can share the answers little later by email also. That should also be fine.
Sir, you can share your social media site or LinkedIn profile with our students so they can get a direct.
Yeah, I'll share it by WhatsApp across to Bridgemon, and then you can share it with the students who have participated or who are a part of your IIC. I'm fine on that.
Yes, sir. Thank you so much, sir, for sharing your thoughts and making this evening to make students think laterally. And I also thank Vas, sir, for scheduling this talk with us and other IIC members joining to this event. So we'll wrap this session here. Thank you so much, sir. Thank you so much.
We will meet up again. Any help, anytime. I am always available. Okay.
Thank you, sir. Sure, sir. Thank you.
Yeah. Thank you very much. And wishing all the best for your IIC. Keep doing well like what you have been doing so far.
Thank you, sir. Thank you.
Come out with some good innovative ideas from your students.
Yes, sir. Sure.
Yes. Okay. Fine then. Shall we conclude?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Bye. Bye. See you.
Thank you,
Have a
sir.
great evening and also the time ahead. And Happy New Year to all of you well in advance. Bye.
Thank you. Thank you.
Bye. Bye.